that.
Speaking of hating men, I have some stats.
Okay.
I'm like about to be a woman in STEM right now, but I saw on Instagram, Shakira said something basically about, she kind of disappeared for a while.
Yeah.
And then
It
she
was the
found
whole
out
jelly
the jam
thing.
jelly
Yeah.
thing. And then she like came out with a diss track, and then
Mhm.
she did the Super Bowl. During like the 8-9 years she was dealing with this man, she was like, he pretty much ruined my career.
Right.
And then I was like, that sounds like Kelly Clarkson.
Mm-hmm.
Kelly Clarkson, who is now in a battle, but she
Yeah.
basically like looks amazing, feels amazing, doing well because she doesn't have a man's.
He was suing her for a ton of money. I don't think he won, though.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
See you in court.
Yep.
Mandy Moore.
Was in a very abusive relationship. People don't talk about
Like, you
that
wonder
enough.
why people disappear.
Yeah.
See who they're with.
Yeah.
And it's like sad, but it's true that if you're looking for a relationship, it's not always the healthiest thing. And they do say the happiest or the most successful people are unmarried women.
No, there's a legitimate statistic that when men and women get married, the men
get more successful.
their quality of life goes significantly up and ours goes significantly down. Like, and that's just science because, they are now moving into a home where like everything's clean, everything's aesthetic. Like there's a refrigerator with like more than just ketchup. And so like their minds are blown. Where like we get in that situation and we're like, towels literally don't go on the door. Like they don't. Towels don't go over the door.
I do have to say, because I can't be fake, maybe it's like my form of feminism. I've decided that I'm going to take on the male qualities of like, I don't cook. I put the towel on the door. I take my
put
clothes.
the towel on the door?
I mean, it's lucky if it gets to the door.
Yeah.
It's on the floor.
Right.
I take my clothes off wherever I'm standing.
Yeah.
And I leave it. I eat food and I leave it. It's like this empowering thing that I do where it's like, it's not my job.
No.
Because guess what? Mama's working.
No, I will say I never cook. And like Craig is like the whole cook.
Who knows? Maybe if I have kids one day, this side of me will come out where I could see myself being like, I would love to cook a nice meal for them.
Yeah.
Like I have it in me. I've done it
I'm going to
before.
be like obsessed with cleaning their room and like making all their shit perfect.
Yeah.
Because that's an accessory.
Yeah.
I actually, speaking of, saw this like meme and it was just like a thought starter. The man in the relationship makes $180,000 a year. His girlfriend, who he lives with, makes $40,000 a year. Their rent each month is $3,000 a month. The question is, how should we split the $3,000 a month rent? Obviously not 50-50 because she simply can't afford it. But what's a fair split, you think?
I actually saw this and it was very interesting.
Yeah.
I feel like first you let him decide. You give it to him. He can say if he wants to pay it because, let's be honest, we're fighting the patriarchy, the wage gap. She's taking care of all that shit. But if he's like, I'd like you to pay some, okay, then you figure out what you feel comfortable with. Bethany Frankel jokes. Actually, I don't know if it's a joke. She says, like, my money is my money. And your money's my money.
And I wholeheartedly agree.
And there's something to be said, and like we're not trying to be like men deserve money, but like the wage gap is real, and like it's so much harder for me to earn think about even the top 10 actors of the year. 2 out of 10 were women.
Right.
That's
wow.
The directors. It was like I'm throwing out crazy stats, and this is not even true. But
no,
like
this is a financial podcast.
It was like 10% female directors. Like this is just we are behind.
Yeah.
Okay, in this kind of stuff, and I think if you're making that kind of money, bro, like pay for some shit.
I first of all was like, leave in the middle of the night, change your name and your cell phone number because that's
for him asking this question.
Insane. I think it's insane to even ask her. I think he should pay all the rent.
Yeah.
And then he should be like, you get the Netflix subscription.
Yeah.
Like it should be.
I also feel like when there's different points, because I've had so many different points in my life where like I think of my roommates where like I was with these finance guys and they were making the most and I was making the least.
Yeah.
And like they treated me to like drinks when we went out and like they always gave me the smaller room. Like it was that kind of stuff. And now that I'm making more money, like I'm like treating them. And it's this nice kind of like understanding. It's an ecosystem. But money is the number one thing that like causes a lot of issues in relationships.
Yeah, because we want it and they don't have it.
I I do have to say, money is a mindset. It comes and goes. It has its flows.
I don't know if it's a mindset. It's pretty there. It
But
isn't.
we always say there is something to be said about like when you want something,
Yeah.
just get it for yourself. You don't want them attached to it.
100%.
Right?
No.
Like once you can afford
They
something for
taint
yourself, they
things.
taint it.
It's